Bible prophecy is active and unfolding daily. Zechariah 12, Isaiah 17, Psalm 83, Ezekiel 38. Here is what the LameStream Media is not telling you. Shalom, my friends. Welcome to this week's newscast. From the Telegraph, UK, a suicide bomber targeted Manchester Arena in England at the end of a concert by American singer Ariana Grande on Monday, May 22nd, killing 22 and injuring 50. Then, the Prime Minister announced that up to 5,000 soldiers will be deployed on Britain's streets amid fears that the Manchester suicide bomber had accomplices preparing further attacks. For the first time in 10 years, the Prime Minister said the terror threat had been raised to the highest possible level from severe to critical, meaning an attack is expected imminently. Investigators fear that the British-born 22-year-old bomber of Libyan descent was part of a wider network of ISIS-inspired terrorists, including a bomb maker who may still be at large. Then from RT, Russia, hundreds of Palestinians took to the streets in Gaza City to protest President Trump's visit last Tuesday and to express their outrage over his labeling of Hamas as a terrorist group during his stay in Saudi Arabia. The anti-Trump rally was organized by the Popular Front for the Liberation of Palestine, PFLP, which is itself regarded as a terrorist group by the United States and the European Union. Then, from the Times of Israel, Israeli President Reuven Rivlin on Tuesday last week opened the 50th annual celebrations of Jerusalem Day, which marks Israel's reunification of the city in the 1967 Six-Day War. We're talking Jubilee. President Rivlin, speaking at the official ceremony at the Western Wall, said, quote, "We will always insist on Jerusalem. There never has been and there never will be any other reality. Here, in these stones, beats the heart of the Jewish people. Jerusalem is the heart of the state of Israel, and the Kotel, the wall, is the heart of Jerusalem." Close quote. President Rivlin and his family have lived in Jerusalem since 1809. I have a link for you, a 7-minute video about the 50th anniversary of reunification with Rabbi Sachs, sharing some very touching facts about Jerusalem. I urge you, my friends, to watch this wonderful video production. You'll see a link in the Read More section beneath today's video. Now also, my friends, last week I said words to the effect that President Trump said, "We all worship the same God." And although he didn't actually speak those words verbatim, he did speak from the heart of what those words mean to say. And to clarify that, I'm going to point you to Pastor J.D. Farag's video from this past Sunday. He does a great job of explaining this, and I'm in absolute agreement with him. So, you'll see a link in the Read More section beneath today's video to go and take a look at that. Now, in case you haven't noticed, I've changed microphones again. Check this out. Have you been paying attention? I mean, this wasn't there a minute ago. I got to tell you, my friends, I've been having trouble with this microphone. The Blue Yeti. The Yeti. What? We just did 1 Timothy. And Abba's telling us, don't pay any attention, don't give any of your attention to legends, fables, or myths. Well, here people are honoring a microphone with this myth about Yeti. was a Bigfoot, whatever. And, you know, Bigfoot is right. I mean, it's just, this thing's been giving me nightmares. It's so big, it just irritates me. It's taking up too much real estate on the screen. And also, you know, it's a good mic. It does the job. I've had 40 years in the music industry here in America, and I'm used to some amazing microphones. I mean, Mark Palladino, my music producer and still longtime friend, he always put two microphones on my vocals. One, my favorite, a Neumann U87, so like $4,000 microphone. Next to that, he would do an AKG 414. I think they're around 1,000. But I always favored the Neumann. And I thought, you know, I can't live with this. So I made a change. Take a look at this puppy. There you go. Look at that. Also, look at the difference in size. I mean, this thing is huge. Here we go. Look at this. I mean, look at the size of this puppy compared to, can I get on the same angle? There we go. Look. So, anyway, you'll no longer be seeing this. I'll be putting it up on Craigslist, getting rid of it. Or if you want it, quickly let me know. I got the pop filter, I got the shock mount, I got the mic. I also have the desk stand, which is, you'd rather have this. Anyway, I just thought I'd let you know. Now you'll be seeing this. And by the way, this is a Neumann. It's a beautiful logo. Neumann. I mean, you know, to me it's beautiful because since I was a young boy, 17 years old, I was looking in the face of that very special logo. So there's my new mic. I'll be setting that up, and you'll be seeing it from now on. Well, my friends, last year I was talking here on my newscast about a health concern I had. And I was trying to discover what all the popularity was about concerning this thing called probiotics, because it seemed to be what my body needed. But these things were not only all available exclusively in the form of pills, and I just don't like pills, or powders, and I don't like them either. But worse still, they were live bacterias that were sitting on shelves for who knows how long, transported to various retailers via hot-baked 18-wheeler trucks, and I just wasn't getting the answer I was praying to Elohim for. That led to some other things, but shortly after that, Elohim did finally get through to me with the answer I was looking for. I was told to check out a Dr. Sarah Jernigan, who, following in her father's footsteps, is making liquid extract remedies that are of the highest quality and help the body overcome Lyme disease, bacterial infection, viral infection, yeast infections, allergies, neurotoxins, and so on. But on top of that, Dr. Sarah has a very strong relationship with Elohim, and she prays over everything she does. She prays with her patients, and that certainly means a lot to me. To make a long story short, my friends, Dr. Sarah worked with me. She spent hours talking to me through emails and lengthy phone conversations without ever charging me or even letting me pay her for her time, consultation. And she turned my whole situation around in less than 2 weeks. This woman, in my opinion, truly has a gift for healing, my friends. And it's not like you have to live near her to benefit from her help and her knowledge. She does everything through email and telephone conversations. You can go here to her website. It's jnutra.com, and scroll down the page until you see that beautiful picture of her, and there you can see her email and her phone number. If you need help, trust me, this is a good direction to go. By the way, some of you know Caregiver, the girl who writes Caregiver's Corner in the Read More sections of all my recent word study videos on my Vimeo channel, and whom you all have seen here and there in the comments under my videos on YouTube as well. Well, Dr. Sarah has helped the caregivers too, and with advice that didn't even promote any of her own products. Now, she doesn't know I'm doing this. I don't think it's important for her to know. I mean, I've made it very clear to her how grateful I am that Elohim brought us together. And rest assured, I do not get any reciprocation for anything. I just want to shout out to you, my friends. If you or anyone you know needs help with a health concern, you will never find any professional who cares more about you than Dr. Sarah will. And she's easy as pie to get in contact with. Just go to her website, jnutra.com. Scroll down the page until you see her sweet face. Below that, you'll see her email address and phone number. Write those down. Pray to Abba Father Yahweh first. Then send her an email with your phone number and a brief message. Wait for her to respond. Don't call her, email her first. She's very busy and needs this kind of courtesy. Finally, have meetings with Abba Father every day about your concerns and trust Him to lead you in His way. Now, turning to wars and rumors of wars, on Tuesday, May 23rd, from Haaretz, a rocket was fired toward Israel from the Sinai Peninsula on Tuesday morning. It was projected to land in an open area. Then on Thursday, May 25th, from Reuters, the Syrian army declared the capture of areas to the south of Palmyra in southeastern Homs province. State TV showed footage of military vehicles, including tanks, driving through a desert landscape. Tensions flared in the southern region last week when the U.S.-led coalition mounted an airstrike against pro-government forces that U.S. officials said posed a threat to U.S. and U.S.-backed Syrian fighters in the area. Turning to our Intifada update on Monday, May 22nd, from the Times of Israel, a Palestinian man attempted to stab Israeli border police at a guard post in the town of Abu Dis, east of Jerusalem. The attacker, a resident of Bethlehem, was killed. Then on Tuesday, May 23rd, from Ynet News, a Palestinian man from the West Bank stabbed an Israeli border police officer in Netanya. A witness said, quote, "The policeman had his back to the terrorist. I noticed the terrorist coming from behind, unexpectedly, jumping up with a butcher's knife and yelling, 'Allahu Akbar!' He brought the knife to the policeman's neck and cut him. Then the policeman regained his composure within seconds, drew his weapon, and shot several bullets at the terrorist's upper body." Close quote. Then on Wednesday, May 24th, from Haaretz, a Palestinian was arrested at a checkpoint near the village of Salem in the West Bank, carrying 2 pipe bombs. And turning to our review of last week's news, a suicide bomber targeted Manchester Arena in England, killing 22 and injuring 50. A rocket was fired toward Israel from the Sinai Peninsula on Tuesday morning. The Syrian army declared the capture of areas to the south of Palmyra in southeastern Homs province. A Palestinian man attempted to stab Israeli border police at a guard post in Abu Dis, east of Jerusalem. Another Palestinian man from the West Bank stabbed an Israeli border police officer in Netanya. And a Palestinian was arrested at a checkpoint near the village of Salem in the West Bank, carrying 2 pipe bombs. And that, my friends, is what the LameStream Media is not telling you. Abba willing, I'll see you here again next week. Until then, stay safe. Shalom.
Crowded rooms, I need more space than I consume. Enough is time alone with you, underneath a naked moon, sharing confidential moods and making chatter. Mockingbird nocturnal sings notations of eternal things, entering the quantum breeze, flying not for want of wings. He lights his gaze on you and me, simply because we matter.